What I always find interesting about growing up with health issues is that I don't think I ever expected to find someone like Noah to be able to step up and join in on this journey, because as you hear when we talk, we say we. Like I even say when we got a liver transplant, because it feels like we did, because he was there every step of the way. And I think that exemplifies the power of a patient and caregiver partnership in this journey. I feel extremely lucky to be able to not only have had great parents to care for me and help keep me alive and keep me going, but now having Noah as a caregiver, there's so many things that he brings to the table. He gives me something to look forward to. And I think when you're sick, you need that joy. And even when you're healthy and on the other side of transplant, you need still that forward thinking of positivity, because you know things can come up.
Really, the caregiver role is one that's always in place. I mean, it really starts at the moment of diagnosis. And from there, it becomes more of an official role as your loved one, as the patient, has more health hiccups, more hurdles to overcome, and you really have to start to fill in a little bit. You have to start to help them advocate for themselves, to help speak out on their behalf to make sure that they're getting the care that they need. You might answer kind of how they're feeling, how they're doing day to day. The patient might be like, I'm doing fine. They might not realize that they're starting to slow down a little bit, that they're starting to be in pain more often or withdraw a little bit more. And you're that independent voice that can say, well, actually, remember, you forgot where your keys were, or that you couldn't go get the mail the other day. Having that perspective and giving the reality of the situation to the healthcare team is a really important one.
It can be really hard as a patient to be navigating being sick and receiving all this support without feeling like a burden or having guilt associated with it. Being 39 years old and us navigating health issues now for many, many years, there are times that, of course, I wish I was 30-some without any health issues, would be able to have children and lead a life like that and give Noah what I think he deserves. And those are emotions that are really hard for me to navigate at times. And I have to go through trying to be confident and tell myself that I didn't do anything to cause these issues that I have, and just know that I deserve love and care. And I think it's important for all of us to know that. And that we need to lean into the fact that we need support, and when we do need it, to speak up and ask for it and be willing to accept it. And that's been very hard for me to do.
Yeah, and that's an ongoing life lesson, or an ongoing progression of being somebody that has a chronic illness, is being able to admit that you need care and accept care. And I know, Valen, it's something that we've struggled with as a team, and there's times where I want you to do less and you want to do more because you're trying to take some ownership of your care. But like you said, and like you and I have talked many times, this isn't something that you had done to yourself. This is, a disease that has caused this issue, and there's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
And in a relationship, I think you go through those times of where I think he deserves better. And that's just so terrible to think of yourself and put that emotion on yourself with everything else that you're navigating. And it's not easy to sit there and be so sick that you can't do the things, and then you watch him taking on more and more tasks.
And like I tell Valen, that's my role. I signed up for In Sickness and in Health, and that's what I'm doing. I'm here to help you do this. And you have to realize your limitations as a patient and ask for help from your caregiver, so that you actually don't add more stress to the situation.
I think that's why this is a team effort.
Yeah.
Even though he's a caregiver caring for me, it's important for patients to then know that they need to care for the caregiver as well.
Yeah, and that's a necessary thing to do, because me as a caregiver, your loved one is fighting this battle, and you want to be there to be a champion for them, even if it's just to hold their hand. And the reality of the situation is you can't care for somebody if you're not at least caring a little bit for yourself. But in that moment, you're blind to that, and you need that other person to say, look, go get yourself something to eat. You're not looking so good. Go just relax, hang out. I'm where I need to be, I'm around the people I need to be around.
Showing gratitude to your caregiver is not only important thanking them verbally, but also in the way that you take care of yourself and the choices you make every day. Because that really shows how grateful you are for all the hard work that you've done together, and showing them that you can live a good quality of life is a beautiful way to thank them.
Floating our lives away, our loves of again, floating down the shrubbery. I think that's it, Doug. That's all I got.